from Saturday Night Live, and this weekend you could see him at the Comedy Fort in Fort Collins, Colorado. Please welcome the very funny Tommy Brennan!
Oh, man, thank you. Hi, I come from a pretty big, fun family. I got 6 sisters, 4 of them are gay. Yeah, that's right. Grew up on a statistically accurate WNBA roster. And that rocked, because it made my parents kind of have to confront their more conservative upbringing. Because as a boomer, you don't see 4 gay ones coming. And it was fun, because we get to watch this. And to their credit, like, my parents, they were like, all right, we're going to lean in. We don't know this world, but we're going to support these gay kids, and we're going to be pretty bad at it for a while. I mean, when my sister came out, my dad walked into the kitchen, kissed her on the forehead, and said, "Your mother filled me in on your situation." And then he left the room. And here's the thing. I know that in his head, he killed that. But what he said was, "Your mother filled me in on your situation." Like my sister was pregnant on the Oregon Trail. It's been a whirlwind for them. My sister got married a couple years ago, so we had my huge Catholic, It was 100 Catholic family members at their first gay wedding. I mean, she married a guy. It was just very gay, but she, no, I'm messing around. She married a lady who looks a lot like me, and we have not talked about it. Yeah. I didn't bring it up for too long, you know? But the wedding was amazing. My grandma was there. She's my favorite person alive. She's 93. She has 40 grandkids, 43 great-grandkids. Yeah. She's amazing. We are so mean to her. It's crazy. Here's where I noticed it at the wedding. She wants to check in with everyone and hear about our lives, and that's great, and she hasn't lost a step. But a lot of my cousins and siblings work in tech, and they don't translate what their fake jobs mean to a woman who hasn't been in the workforce in 50 years. They have job titles like cloud scientist and data happiness manager. And when my grandma was in the workforce, there were 2 main jobs. It was businessman and secretary, and they were having an affair, and life was easy. And then she'll ask my sister, Maddie, how her job's going, and my sister's like, "Oh, it's good, Grandma. I got promoted from associate solutions architect to senior associate solutions architect at Zapdoodle or something." And then I just watch my grandma be like, "Oh, yeah, I'd like to meet God now, actually." It's mean. It's cruel. My cousin Carl told her he's a back-end software engineer who writes in JavaScript. Shut up, Carl. Make something up. Don't tell her you're a software engineer. Tell her you're a railroad engineer, and we're expanding west, you know? She'll be thrilled for you and the country. And then it won't be crazy if she says something like, "Oh, you work with a lot of Asians," you know? Joke's actually really good if you know how the railroads were built. It's just, you gotta make it easy on them, you know? Like, comedian is one of the jobs that my grandma understands, but I don't even tell her what I actually do. I tell her I replaced Ellen on TV. And and that makes sense to her. It's easy. She's like, "Right, of course, yet another lesbian grandchild." Yeah. She's amazing. I really love her. She made me want to get married. My grandma made me want to get married because I got to see how she behaved at the end of my grandpa's life. My grandpa died a couple years ago, and it's okay. He was 90. He was ready to go. I know he was ready to go because he would always say stuff like, "Boy, am I ready to go." And that started at about 72. For the last 2 decades of my grandpa's life, every single Thanksgiving and Christmas, he'd be like, "You will not catch me here next year." And then on his deathbed, we all flew back to say goodbye, and my grandma was hosting, and she was trying to keep vibes high, but my grandpa was just kind of saying he wanted to die the whole time. And finally, my grandma leans in, and here's the thing. There's a certain bluntness that only comes with 65 years of marriage. And this was inspiring. My grandpa, he just keeps, "I want to die." Finally, my grandma leans in. She goes, "Hey, if you close your eyes and shut your mouth, maybe you'll get your wish." I was like, dang, I don't know if that's love or hate, but I do want to feel it. Marriage has been kind of a big focal point for my family the last couple years. I got to see the moment that gay marriage made sense to my father. It was about a year ago. Me and my sister were both back home. We're in my parents' kitchen. My dad's on the couch reading the paper. And me and my sister are just catching up. I was complaining to her about my girlfriend at some point. And then at some point, my sister goes, yeah, I don't know what it is, but my wife always needs to be right. And my dad's head whipped around. And his eyes lit up. And I think he saw his eldest daughter, Shannon, as a human being for the first time in her life. Yeah, it was beautiful. She was like, yeah, I don't know, my wife always needs to be right. He was like, oh, what? Your mom's a bitch, too. You guys are so great. Thank you. I'm Tommy Brennan.
That's how you do it, my man. Come on, Tommy. Tommy Brennan! Tommy Brennan, see Tommy on tour this summer. We'll be right back, everybody. Come on back.